Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone. We're at the
Hi.
beach today.
Oh, man, it's hot here. Let me tell you, it's
I've,
110.
oh, and they say it's a dry heat. That's what they
Oh,
always
oh,
say.
yeah.
It's a
Right.
dry heat.
So I'm officially, what do they call uh, flash dry. You
Flash dry.
turn into jerky.
Oh,
Oh,
I've never
God.
heard that before. Oh, that's so funny. Boy, I've got it. Oh, thank you. Let me just grab my peepers. Cynthia Smith was the very first one. Did you
Mm.
get my voicemail, that long convoluted voicemail, Cynthia? I hope so. Maria is here all the way from another country. Yes, you can ask your question as long as it's not Philip and not about babies. I would like to answer a question about how you could feel better, less anxious maybe. So there's a lot of value in that question. What do you yeah, okay. Tiffany's here. Just going to wait until a couple of people. I got to tell you, I was born under a Mercury retrograde. I said this last week, but man, um, I don't blame anything on it except for this time. This has been a killer learning.
A doozy, right?
Oh
A
my
doozy.
God. Uh,
Yeah.
that is, I've got, let's see, I've got you starred, Tiffany. Oh, and I've got you starred, Maria. So, yes, it's been very difficult for me. I ended up yesterday in tears, thinking all is lost. And why am I here? What am I doing? This existential crisis over nothing really that big. I could not, for the life of me, get my objectivity going. It was really, really hard. So I went to bed at 8.
That's the best thing you could do. I couldn't stand it. I had to give up and go to bed too. I didn't, but I knew Mercury was retrograde and I was able to step back from it. But I thought I was just cleaning my refrigerator and freezer for a second, and I bent over in the refrigerator and a big frozen package of food
Yeah.
came out and bopped me on the. I'm lucky I don't have a black eye, but I kept having little mishaps all day long, and I don't. That does not happen to me. And I mean, every 15 minutes I'd either stub my toe or drop something or knock something over,
Right,
just
right.
all day long.
Isn't that amazing? The the project I've been working on forever, which is the audiobook that I can stream not through Audible or anything like that, through my own platform. And I got it all done and ready to launch. And then, of course, it tipped over. Um,
You don't have to redo everything, do you?
no, everything is there. The book is written, audio's there. I just don't know how to maneuver it right now.
Yeah.
And I put a deadline. But isn't Mercury
That's exactly
retrograde
what happened
over?
to me. I did do my website. I spent 12 hours in front of the computer and I was just a basket case. And at the end, it launched okay, beautiful on the computer. Then I looked on the website on how it looks on the phone and it's all cattywampus. I got to redo the part so the phone, it looks better on the phone. And boy, I was just too tired to do it. It's really, this is a really important point, Deborah, because the things that you and I just did, which didn't work out to our satisfaction, it's really important that we took that step because it's going to pay off big in the future. We have to not allow ourselves to get frustrated that it's not working the way we want. It's
Ah,
important right now, and this is part of the message for today because the opportunity that we have of reaping benefits in the future is so big that you have to just give it your best shot and don't let yourself get frustrated when the details are not what you want. Just know that
right.
you're working on a divine plan and something really good is going to come out of this
Right,
later
right.
on, and you're going to be really glad. So, everybody, this is a huge message.
Yeah,
Whatever that you need to get going, and especially things that will be in the creative realm, in the spiritual realm, in terms of your development spiritually, and your all kinds of things, whatever you're working on. It could be telepathy, it could be mediumship, it could be astrology, it could be tarot cards or automatic writing. But all of these little tools that we work on are things that you should be developing a little skill and setting an intention and trying. Give it your best shot, and then don't get frustrated if it doesn't work out the way you want, because it's going to pay off big time down the
mhm,
road. So just like be like a little child. You're putting your toe in the water,
yeah,
and you need to get started. This is a time for action, not to worry about what's going to come out of it. You don't even know what the consequences are of what's going to happen out of what you're putting in.
yeah.
And
It
it's
feels
going to be big. It's going to multiply and multiply in ways you
well.
cannot even imagine. It is, Deborah, guaranteed that things are going to work out much bigger than you think.
Good, good, good.
So
The
this is for everybody, a general thing.
if I could put a tarot card on it, it would be the Seven of Pentacles. You know, the image of seven pentacles, and she's doing her garden, or he's doing a garden. It's like growing your worth, growing, growing, growing. Chop wood,
Yes.
carry water. Chop wood, carry.
Yes, yes,
And then,
and the
and then
harvest is going to
mhm.
happen later, and don't worry about that. In fact, worrying about it will diminish things. So just give it your best shot. All these days, this whole period here is like that. You need to be very active in
Mhm.
terms of setting your intentions, setting your goals, and giving it your best shot without worrying and without being stressed out and say, oh boy, I'm just going to do this, or maybe set a time limit, but don't feel stressed, because you have to realize that it seems to us all the time, because of the nature of physical reality in our sojourn here on earth, it seems that physical circumstances dictate your your feeling and how you're doing and your well-being and your spirit. Are you happy? Are you sad? Look at that. I got hit on the head with a meatball from the freezer. Well, um,
Meatball.
the great meatball. That. Remember that
The
old
great
cartoon, the ferret
disaster.
for the meatball is going to hit. So you never know when the meatball is going to hit. But anyway, it is not the outside circumstances that determine how you feel. It's the reverse. It's how you feel that creates the environment around you.
Right,
So
right,
always be monitoring your feelings in this period. Make sure you're not upset about what's going on. Look at it with some humor if you can. Take reasonable precautions. Don't get into any fender benders. Be cautious, reasonable. I'm not saying you're going to get in big accidents. I'm not saying that at all. There's all the opportunities are so big right now for wonderful things to happen. Just be caught, be aware of what's going on
right.
around you. Keep your
Okay.
spirits up, and always say, I wonder what the lesson is here, and something great is going to come out of this, and I don't know what it is. It's like a surprise package for you.
Surprise.
And look at it
Yeah,
like that, and then you're going to it's like, if when you have that attitude, you're guaranteed of a good
a good
result.
outcome. That's awesome. First of all, that was a good presentation. Tiffany, you said you were born under Mercury retrograde too. Is this one for you um, kind of outstanding? Because usually it doesn't affect me. I can start and stop something and everything seems fine. But I'm kind of curious if you were. Um, why am I? There it is. I'm kind of curious if this one's been tough on you. Of course, another thing, to become the observer, you can always say, "Oh, Mercury retrograde," and then you just sort of give up. But
Mm,
isn't it off today? Isn't this the last day?
well, yeah, this is the topic of what we're going to talk about. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
going to
Well, I
point
better
it
get
out
to
and
it.
okay. All right.
And also, just to, so what we're going to do, the lead has a presentation. After that, we do questions. If you would like to have your questions put to the top of the list, I'd appreciate donations, super stickers, um, Venmo, or whatever. To you could certainly. I will make sure that reading is more in depth instead of just the mini winnies. Um, and I appreciate the support. Now I'm going to go and click all of the questions to make sure I got all of them starred. So right now I have 4,
Mm,
and while people come in, that'll work out. Here we go.
all righty. So everybody, yes, if this it's not just the Mercury retrograde that's so much, it's the backdrop of what the whole scene is that's behind the Mercury retrograde. And we were talking last week about this major planetary formation. And if you've seen anything happening on YouTube, have heard everybody talking about it. And it is, some people are referring to it as Bravo's basket because he had is a famous astrologer who had talked about this many years ago. He's passed away now, and it's just a really unusual planetary formation. As I and go back to last week to catch up on all the details because I don't want to repeat that here. But the fact is that all of the major planets are in a huge formation right now, and the 4-degree aspect is really important. 4 degrees happens to be my ascendant degree, so that's why I get hit on. That's your physical body, so I'm having, all these things happen to my body. Oh my gosh! So you, if you have 4 degrees somewhere in your chart, look that up, or around it. Mine is exactly 4, so it's a real intense. But we're going to talk about that formation right now very briefly because it's in effect now, and it's why Mercury retrograde has been so intense. Let's just switch over to the chart and see, and we'll briefly go over all the things that are involved. It's the formation here that is so unusual. And I called it up in a way that all of the little angles and everything should be more vibrant for you. And we're going to start at the bottom of the chart, and I'm going to click on this one, which is the planet is in 4 degrees. It's Pluto. It's a little bit off the screen. I enlarged it so you could see the other ones better. So Pluto is down here in 4 degrees of Aquarius, and it's retrograde. This is important, and we're going to be talking about this for some time because look at this, Neptune over here in Aries, retrograde. Saturn is going retrograde momentarily, and we're going to talk about that. Here's Uranus in Gemini together with Mars. That's never a really good thing to have Uranus and Mars together in the same sign there. They activate each other and things are dramatically up and down, highs and lows. And the 2 wars are kind of significated by this, the 2 wars that are going on right now. We're going to talk about that, but I feel that this period is going to be very intense in both areas. And things have to reach the culmination before they can end, though. And the good news is that the astrology chart, boy, Putin's astrology chart is really in the toilet. He looks like he is a goner, not going to be around too long. Just very intense. But the actual good news of this is that pretty much Ukraine has wrapped it up and made some real innovations in their drone warfare and did things that nobody thought were possible. And it's pretty much sewed it up. They've been so smart and so inventive and everyone pulling on the same team for the benefit of our entire society and culture, as opposed to the other side that had very bad and sinister motives. But the good guys are winning out, and pretty much they've sewed it up. I think that success is I'd say 99.9% guaranteed for Ukraine, and that's really happy news. So when you hear all these terrible things about the wars that are going, please know that these are in uh, these are all in advance. They are all pushing the new world order. We are going to be a global society. We're not going to, there are not, in 20 years, the borders between countries that are artificial, such as, um, let me mention, I'm from San Diego, where Deborah is now, and they'd have the radar on the weather, and there'd be pictures. There'd be Mexico down here, and then here's San Diego here, and the radar would end at the border, like, oh, the radar doesn't penetrate past the border, really? You couldn't see it. It suddenly stopped, and you're just a few miles from this. Well, those are like artificial borders. I don't think they do that on the news anymore. I think the radar shows bigger aspects because we are noticing the global things, but humanity is no longer going to be focused on borders that are artificial, because it's going to be a new society based on different principles. So that's all for the good. And all of these things that are just, you don't want to hear about people dying. Just everyone that dies in these wars has signed up for uh, a type of experience and learning that is a very difficult one, and we bless them. Bless everybody that's contributing for the benefit of mankind. So back to the map. We have I think you can see it. I hope you can. My StreamYard screen is no longer visible. Let me see. I do think you see it. 1, 2. Okay. Yell out, Deborah, if you don't see it. So Mercury here is currently retrograde, and yes, it's changing. It's actually going to be changing in a few hours, and we're going to talk about that topic in a moment. So put a pin in that. Mercury's retrograde, but not for long. Sun and Jupiter are together, that in Leo, the ruler of the sun, and Jupiter is the fiery planet of expansion. That's a beautiful thing, and it's opposite Pluto. All of these aspects are really great for any of your spiritual development. It's really fantastic for your intuition, developing intuition, mediumship, tarot reading, automatic writing. Everybody here should be developing those skills. And so I would like to show you now about things that are moving. This is the horoscope of July 23rd at 2 p.m. and this is us. Please notice the thing that we talked about last time, trines. Two trines going this way, one going this way, and all these sextiles that connect them. It's called a basket formation, and this is just an amazing coincidence on all of the outer planets that all move at different speeds. They've all come to this. It's a sacred geometry formation, and there's a kite going this way. So much happening. These are aspects of opportunity presented to you. Doors are open to you, and you can make amazing progress in things, but it's a sign that you must take action. So this is what I was talking about with Deborah earlier. Don't be concerned if you don't see the fruition of your acts all immediately, because these are things that will gain momentum and snowball and really make big changes in your life. So the small things that you do now are going to start moving the energy. So do as much as you possibly can. I know that we're all tired and do need extra sleep, so take a little cat nap and then go in for another round, because this is a really big opportunity. I'm going to show you this wheel in motion. We're going to look at the planets moving around. So we're going to see how Mercury is going to start moving. So what we have now is the inner wheel is what you just saw. Here's Mercury today, 16 degrees and 29 minutes. we're going to start moving it ahead by hours. You're going to see in 4 hours, 1, 2, 3, in 4 hours time, it's at 6 o'clock, still retrograde. It's at 16 degrees 19 minutes. It's been there for a long time. It hasn't moved. That's called station. It is stationary. When a planet is stationed, it's more powerful. And Deborah, that's why you've been feeling it. It's stationed now. And it's much more powerful at that time. Now, one more hour, and I think we're going to see it go no more retrograde. There, one more hour. This is 7 p.m. It's no longer going backwards. It's still at 16 degrees though, so it is not moving anywhere. It's the momentum of the planet has come to a stop. So Mercury is doing that. It was retrograde. Its backwards motion is now halting, grinds down. It's like a train that's backing up, slowly backing up, stops momentarily in order to slowly start inching forward. In that moment of not moving, that's called station. We have all the outer planets are retrograde now. Mercury is stationing direct, but Saturn is going to be stationing, it's now direct, and it's going to go retrograde and head back toward Neptune. So all of the big planets will then be in retrograde motion and stationary. They're not moving fast. And so that this is a moment where all of the planets are empowered. It's just like, here's an image that I use to explain to people why it's more powerful at station. In the old days, we used to have magnifying glasses around because we didn't have all these devices where we could expand things to look at them, So we had magnifying glasses lying around, and little kids, little boys had this habit. They would get the magnifying glass, go out into the sun, focus the rays of the sun, and think it was really fun to burn up some poor little ant or little bug crawling along. This is a really cruel, horrible thing. But that image of the light coming down and focus the power into like a laser ray is what it does. And so when the planets are stationed, they are more powerful. Sometimes they're stationed direct. That means they're now going they were going retrograde. Now they're going to go forward. That's Mercury's position. Now Saturn is stationing retrograde. It's going to grind to a halt. It's going forward, not much. It's really stationed for all practical purposes. It's going to be going retrograde. So all of the planets are going retrograde. They're more powerful, and the things that they do are very pervasive. They're internal things happen in your ways you feel, and then the things happening around you. So it's a very intense time when you consider that all the planets are in a big formation that we've never seen before like this ever. Humanity has never seen this particular formation. And I feel it is the sign of the times of the great awakening of humanity making a transference, a transformation actually happening in our DNA. You want to keep your frequency as high as possible. How do you do that? In a fun way, just enjoying yourself. If you can look around and watch things and say, wow, that is really far out. That's really funny. That meatball hit me on the head like that. That's kind of amusing if I had a cartoon of this and look at it next year. So someone asked, there was a question at the beginning, how do I avert anxiety? Put yourself in a little time machine mentally and imagine what life is going to be like in a few months, because it's going to be very different. Send yourself in a time machine mentally to imagine what life is going to be like in October, November. Different situations will be better in the election, in our political situation, everything is just going to change, and contact is beginning. So just be a little patient and know that all of these things are necessary to bring us to that point that we're going to be at pretty soon. Um, oh, and Deborah, I wanted to ask you, I wanted to make an announcement about that little video I did with Heart and Soul Connected. I
Oh,
have the link
yes.
of it. I haven't put it up on my channel yet. I'm going to put it up
Oh,
on
you
my
haven't?
channel. I don't know how, and I've been doing the
No,
website.
I can go inside. I can go into your channel and do it for you. If you have the link, just send it to me.
I do have the link. Okay, thank
Okay,
you, Deborah.
awesome.
So one thing that you need to do is ask your team for help in all these moments, because your team is there watching you, and they're in there. It's like a grandstand. Imagine they're at the football game. It's the fourth quarter, and it's the 2 minute warning, and we're going, yeah, rah, rah, we're heading toward the end zone, and they're all yeah, they're they're helping us get there, and they're happy to give us a little push and a little help, but you have to ask. And in that, I had a video that I did with Ali of Heart and Soul on the topic of Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba, who is a spiritual leader that is unsurpassed, and I've not been talking about it on this channel, and you'll see why when you look at that other video, because it's too big a topic to mention in a second. But you want to have him on your team, and he's available. Once you hear a little bit about him, you can add him onto your team, and this will really help the world, because it's focusing the divine power for positive and for the good of humanity in a real positive way. And this is the time to do that sort of thing. So get yourself some candles, do some little meditations to call on your team and ask for guidance and help. Have them ready so you don't have to look for the matches and everything. And make sure that your candles are ready to go, and take little breaks during the day when you need to, and ask your team for help and for guidance. Call on everybody. Call on everybody by name. Don't worry, be happy, like in that old song. It's really, there's so much truth to that little tune. So keep that going. Don't worry, be happy. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And when it does pass and we find ourselves on the other side, it is going to be something so wonderful. You say, wow, I didn't believe it was going to be worth it, but it really is. So, and always ask yourself, what is the lesson in this little thing that's happening to me now that's so annoying and I wish it would go away? It will. This too shall pass. So learn those breathing techniques, four counts in, hold it for a count of 7, and exhale to a count of 8. 4, then 7, then 8. Inhale, hold, 8 out for 8. That will calm you down and really help in your anxiety. Okay, so Saturn is now stationing. It's going to be it is stationed, and so that's really powerful too. So Saturn does tend to, and Mercury together can tend toward a little bit of depression and anxiety. And meatballs hitting you on the head or hurting your hands, which are the other things I'm doing. Mercury in the hands. Anyway, it's not, you have to laugh. You have to laugh, because we will feel better. So when you find yourself stubbing your toe and doing all these things that are just annoying, take a breath, slow down, control your thoughts, observe your thoughts, make sure your thoughts are positive. Always say, I know everything's working out perfectly for me. Everything is always working out perfectly. EWAP. Everything working out perfectly. EWAP. We just don't know what it is exactly, but it's in motion, and it's going to be interesting observing it.
Be
Full
the
moon.
observer.
Full moon. Oh, full moon. What are
Okay,
you
are
looking at?
you, what's the time like? You got one
It
more?
is, it's 2:29. 1
Yes.
minute. Just 1 minute.
No, you don't. You have more than
Is that
that.
right? Isn't
I
it
just didn't,
2:20?
I thought you were done. That's why I was
Okay,
just,
just one last thing. Full moon coming up Wednesday. This Wednesday, yeah, we need a full moon. So what's happening is the energy is building up, building, amping up, amping up, amping up. The moon is acting as a trigger for all of those things because it forms the basket of the handle. Oh my gosh. Full moon at 7:35 a.m. Pacific time. I do have a picture of it. Let me exit this screen so you can see the moon is like opposite of all of these things. I have to just type in the date so we see it. 0726, right? 229, excuse me. 29. Okay, that is the full moon chart. Here we go. Let's put it on the screen for you. There is the full moon. Let me get it on the big wheel so that you can see it big. I thought it would come out big, but it didn't. So here it is. So the full moon is see, it's opposite the basket. And the full moon is in wonderful 25 degrees of Scorpio. Oh boy, this full moon is going to trigger all of these things here. So you can expect craziness in the White House, craziness in the war, craziness from Netanyahu, Putin, the war in Ukraine. All these things are just everything is intensified, and no one can predict exactly how this is going to manifest itself, but it's for sure going to be interesting. This has just never been seen by anyone. There's so much momentum in all directions that you really have the universe here at your fingertips. You can really work on any aspect. It's hitting all aspects of your life. The financial aspect, your health, your mental aspect, your spiritual life, and especially that of the spiritual realm, because anything you do is going to be really amplified in a big way. So find something that really interests you, whether it be automatic writing or, that gazing into the mirror with candles, and whatever floats your boat. I'm going to go, this full moon that night is going to be big. So it's Tuesday night. I'm going to go down to Lake Mead and float around on the water and just look up and breathe and look at the sky and just be in a state of euphoria. That is going to be really exciting. So don't forget about this full moon, because it builds up to Tuesday night. It's the build-up that's the big one. So by Wednesday, the full moon is going to be past. It doesn't mean this whole cycle is gone, because you still have the big planets in this formation. But it's really an opportunity for everybody. So it's Wednesday. Mark your calendar, but it's early in the morning. Not too early, but Tuesday night is when the moon's going to be big. But if you're up late and you wake up late, it'll be already into the waning phase. So you want to be doing all your little projects to get things in motion. You don't have to finish them. You don't have to complete them. They don't have to come out the way you want. Get them started. So make a list of all the things that are important to you to do in all these areas. Make sure you check out each one and give it a little effort. You're planting some seed. You're not going to see it sprouting yet. Don't worry. It will. And it's going to turn into a sequoia tree. This is going to get so big. So be patient. Be positive. You know in your heart that all these things that are happening around you that look so chaotic and so distressful, if you look at it with a negative perspective, put on your rose-colored glasses and say, wow, these things are going to make the world a better place, and I know that everything's going to turn out great. What is the lesson for me here? I can't quite figure it out, but I know there's a lesson I'm observing, and I'm really excited to see how this is all going to turn out. And I know it's going to be soon, and I'm so lucky to be here on Earth. I'm glad I got myself this ticket to be here on the Earth in 2026, the big year for humanity to finally make it into the into the realm of the awakened. The awakening is going to be a beautiful thing. So don't let your spirit get down, or understand when it does go down, you say, oh yeah, I have to watch that. Let's see what's going on. Really, observe from a distance, get yourself into a happy place. There you go. So that's the message for the week. It's a big one.
It's a big one. Yeah,
The big one.
definitely.
This is the big one.
Let me see if I can fix us a little bit different to get a little bigger. That's real big. So, Mary Thornberry asked if that was the 29th, and it was. The new moon's or the moon phase
Yes.
starts on the 29th.
Yes. Yes. Early in the morning.
And thank you. Yes, Don. Thank you so much for the new members. Really appreciate that. Um, oh, and Cynthia says she watched you with Ali and Sai Baba. He took the palm to give her. A diamond ring came from the palm of his hand. Yes, there are some lovely things, and I got to tell you, your show is already on your channel.
Oh my
So
goodness. Thank you.
I will put the link in the show notes.
After that show was over, I said, oh my God, I didn't finish the story about the ring. So if I have your permission, Deborah, to digress for a minute, because it has a big ending, that story about the ring. Can I? It's only
Oh,
take a minute. Can I tell the story?
yeah,
Okay.
let's do
So
that.
what happened is my yoga teacher had Sai Baba manifest a ring for her. She didn't wear any jewelry. She just wore a sari, no jewelry of any kind. So he manifested for her something that out of his hand goes like this, a big old diamond, but it was a telecom device. This is in the 1960s, so she could look in there and talk to him and see him in there. And that's the amazing thing. One time she was on a freeway, driving on the freeway in LA. There was a wrong way driver headed right at her. The wrong way is going to be instant death. And so she just, oh, Baba, help. And she found herself on the other side of the other side. She off the freeway and over the completely, the whole car had been just moved over, and she didn't avoid that accident. Well, I didn't tell the big finish on this story. I got distracted because I was just doing it freeform. So years later, she was at her yoga foundation in Tecate, kind of near where Deborah lives, south of the border, but a little inland from San Diego. She was at her yoga foundation there, and the ring vanished off her hand. Gone. Just gone. She went, oh no, I must have done something to displease Baba. He's unhappy with me. I did something. I can't figure out what it is. So she said, I thinking and thinking, what did I do? So she said, I gotta go to India and find out what happened, what was wrong. So she said I should get on the first plane. So she gets on the first plane, goes from all the way from Mexico to India, and gets the audience with Sai Baba. And she goes, well, what? I don't know what I've done. Could you tell me what I did? I'm just beside myself. And he laughed. He started laughing because he has a weird sense of humor, and he holds out the ring. He says, well, I really needed you here in India with me. I need your help right now, and it was the only way I could get you to come. And he hands her back the ring. So I didn't tell that part of the story. That's my favorite part of the story. I needed you here, so please, I got you to come.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that so much. I love those Sai Baba stories, and you have a lot of great stories, and I'm going to definitely talk her into doing more on her channel. I know Hypnicity, right? She goes, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll make
That
a lot more sense when you listen to Here's the link, by the way.
Yeah,
I think I have. When you
yeah.
listen to the whole thing, it's really remarkable, and maybe
That
we should do an extra show with it.
that link will bring you to my actual channel. I saw many people had signed up for Lalit Staub, and that is like piano recital for my students. You don't want to be there unless you want to play the piano for us also. So that is not even open to the public. It's people who are doing piano meet
Would
there and
someone?
do.
Well, wait. Let's clear it up. Would someone please copy and paste that link into Google and see where it takes you? Hopefully, it takes you right to.
It's just astrology vibrations
I
at
know,
YouTube.
but
Yeah. But many people signed up under Lalit Stahl.
yeah, I think if someone has
That's I saw a
permission
lot
to
of
watch
people. I
it
went, who
too.
are all these people? I went, oh my gosh, these are people thinking this is my channel for astrology, and it's not. It's not even open to the public. We do little piano recitals online for each other, and that's what that is under my name. So that's piano under my name. Everything astrology is astrology vibrations.
Awesome,
Now, if
awesome,
you want
awesome.
piano lessons, go to Lalit Staub. So, I'm kidding. Anyway, oh
I love
boy,
that.
I talked too long.
It's fine. We just need to have you on more often and get you on your channel and bring in some more
Yeah,
subscribers and build.
I know. I made it over the hump. I created the website. That was so hard.
Yay,
I've
yay.
been trying to do that for so long.
I
So I
do have the
got to do it.
website. I do have the website in the show notes. So all that.
It doesn't look good on the phone yet. I was so disappointed. I looked at the mobile version, and the lettering was be a long word that would be split up weird, and I have to fix it for mobile. So look at it on a laptop or something so you can actually read it. I gotta
Look
redo
what
that.
I see. Member for 18 months, Hypnicity. Thank you. God, you're the best. Thank you so much.
Hypnicity, bless you. Bless all of you.
And
Thank
then
you.
Cynthia Smith is also a member, and she gave a bit of a donation, a generous donation. So I'm going to read for her first. She would like a general. So we're talking about miracles coming your way. The very first card out is a major card. So we're talking about spiritual epiphanies and surprises coming in. You do not have to work for it, and you don't have to. How do I say this? Because this is you, I think. I read you as the Queen of Swords. You're bright, you're quick, you can be sharp, because I feel I'm the Queen of Swords too, because I can just cut to the chase, and get stuff done, that type of thing. When it comes in reverse, it means you're the bad Judge Judy, where you just, everyone's hacked. When it comes to upright, that means with this particular message, because the four corners is a miracle coming, right? And with the Three of Pentacles reversed, you don't have to work for it. And then the Queen of Swords is there saying that you don't have to create anything. It's not, you don't have to have a new idea, place it under the new moon or full moon, or light a candle for it. It's already in motion, and it looks like it's going to calm a lot of people's quarrels. This is the Five of Swords reversed, meaning that nobody's going to be arguing. And look at this. This is really great. The Four of Wands. The Four of Wands saying stability, happiness, good works. And then it ends, wow, with a major with the Strength card. So that is a really cool blessing for you, because the very first card out was the Fool card, which means these really unexpected miracles that come out of the blue, that you just move forward with a child's heart. And what'd you get for?
Well, this is strange. I'm gonna show you. You just said you got the Fool. This in this deck. That would be correlate with the Fool because this is the Aleph, the beginning letter of the Hebrew alphabet. So it's the beginning of a journey. And I wanted to mention that Deborah said about the swords, the Queen of Swords. You know, you set yourself up in this life with a lot of lessons, girl, and you've got a lot on your plate and a lot to deal with, but it's because you can. You are that powerful. So don't do so. The beginning, you're going to be at the beginning. Am I holding it in a way that you can see that? This is at the Aleph. You know how Jesus said, I am the Alpha? Alpha is the Aleph. So the beginning, there's a divine plan guiding your life, just like there's a cosmic narrative running through the Hebrew alphabet. You are at the beginning of your journey, so the plan is probably not clear to you right now. It's shrouded in secrecy.
Hmm.
Accept that, and know that soon there will be a union of the lower and higher worlds in which you have a role. Like the silent letter Aleph, there is no need for words or explanations. The divine plan will unfold in the right order at the right time, and you are part of that plan. So you need to be meditating upon this in silence because this is the beginning for you. It's going to be big, beautiful.
That's awesome.
And you are powerful, and you are worthy, and you can do it.
Oh, thank you for the super sticker, sweet Dawn Yepes. You're going to be right after hypnicity. Oh, of course, I go right to the compliment, not to your not to your question. Sorry. How can I best support Claire, who turns 6 today? Well, I did Claire's numbers, my love. Little Claire is a 7 life path. So she can see ghosts, and she's probably at the age where she would hear and see or get new ideas about things. Um, I believe that it being an 8, let's say, no, a 4 personal year, she's going to try on her independence, and it will be grounded. So if she does something naughty, hear her out, because she'll bring you receipts. I did this naughty thing because of this and this and this. And if you track with the child's mind, it makes perfect sense. And then you can come in with a new way of speaking about whatever naughty thing it was. So also she's going to be wanting more information as far as regarding her education. She wants new things brought in so she can learn, not so much going places as experiencing things. She would like to do that, new things. This is a really good time to do it too, because it'll get her out of her shell. So I don't know if she's living inside of Cheryl. Oh, she has a light language. Whoa.
Were you done, Deborah? I'm sorry, I didn't
I'm
mean to
sorry. I was
interrupt you.
just reading that. I read that. Go ahead.
Your little 6-year-olds get the card of grounding, the grounding card. So you, in a playful, creative, fun way, can bring her into nature maybe, do something that will involve something really enjoyable that she does with plants or animals, getting her feet on the ground, having a picnic on the grass, going on a little pony ride or something that would be exciting for her in with nature and Mother Earth, and walking through the trees, a trip to Yosemite or something. I don't know where you are or what you can do with her, but I think that you are the teacher for her to that needs to show her how her actions will have consequences in her life in a way that's just in the form of a game. So
Awesome.
to think of something creative for her that would be fun that you can do as outing with involving nature that will teach her lessons in life. and
So
ground her.
also the 4 personal year will give her, hi Marby, super sticker. Thank you so much. I have you start. Um, so the 4 of the 4 life path. Oh no, the 4 personal year means that whatever you teach her this year, she will ground in it. You just said her mom is recovering. God bless her, recovering from alcohol addiction. Been a rough ride, of course, but she is going to be the one grounding little 6-year-old, little Claire, and so helping her do that. You're a great influence on her.
Claire in French actually means light, like the Claire de Lune, the piano piece reads moonlight. So her name is a beautiful name.
Oh, I
She
like
is
that.
light unto the world.
Next reading here is Dawn. Thank you for the super sticker. Let me go grab your question. Here it is. I hope I have good news for a job and a place to live. Dawn, I did your numbers, and you are a life path 8, having an 8 personal year. So everything feels like it's going through mud. You're making progress, but it's slow to do it. So with that energy, if you can, I don't know how you could remain patient because you're looking for 2 things at once. But understand that this is a good manifesting year. It's just that the manifestation is not fast in coming. So you have whatever path you've set, or efforts you've made to any one of those, job or living, will be rich with opportunity. Let me just, I do have the Knight of Swords coming in first. Oh, and I have the Six of Swords moving into calmer waters. I know you're feeling unsteady with the reverse 9 of Pentacles and impatient with the Page of Swords, of course, and 2 of Pentacles reverse coming in. But understand that you are protected. And so the only caution here, because I've got to finish the reading, I've got the nine of Cups, wishes fulfilled. So even though you're feeling unbalanced and kind of sharp around the edges, your good fortune is synchronizing up. There's one caveat though. Do not believe everyone that says they can make your dreams come true. Like let's say you want to start a business, that there's an investment that you have to do and lessons you have to learn, and then you start your business that way. It's caution against that. So I would definitely keep moving forward, because even though you feel like nothing's getting better, it will get better. Absolutely. What you got?
The crown chakra.
Intuition.
The crown chakra. So yes, intuition, but so there's a beautiful message here, and it's, I'm going to read you a little bit about this. So you have moments where you're feeling low, you're blocking, your energy is blocked, you're out of sync, out of balance, and maybe stressed and struggling to find peace. And there's a lot of excess energy here, overthinking situations and worrying and looking around. You say, well, I have good cause to worry. Well, actually, this goes into the fact that you are the soul in the human body. You are the soul. It's not like your human body has a soul. You are the soul, and the little human body is in that soul. So when you get, the idea here is to make a real connection with the crown chakra, which comes up the top of your head here. The color is like a beautiful little violet color, like on the tip of this pen, to meditate on that color. And you can do this, listen to some crystal bowls or something like that. Bring that energy in through the crown chakra and into your body. And it's good for you to meditate on the colors of nature, on the go listen to the sounds of nature, the birds singing, or the wind in the trees. And if you can get yourself into a nice place outside, that would be wonderful. At nighttime, maybe, if it's not so hot, and you can feel the energy coming through your body, because your aim is spiritual serenity, where you can feel the tranquility and the calm and the power through you. Then you can accomplish
Yeah,
all the
that will help
goals.
help ground you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and it,
Definitely.
you have spiritual power at your back right now that you will allow you to make all those goals of yours come to a fruition.
I want to thank Marby for her super sticker. I really appreciate it. But I didn't see a question from you, so I'm going to go ahead and move into what have I got here? I don't see the other questions. So I'm going to Marby, just type your question in, and when I see it, I'll do it first off. But thank you for the donation. That really, really helps. I appreciate this so much. Tiffany has a question. Would like a general reading. You know how much I love general. So we're talking about money, money, and family. First card out is the Ten of Pentacles. So Spirit wants us to focus on family, family legacy, lineage, inheritance, that kind of thinking. And it looks like the worst is over, Tiffany. Isn't that nice? So I don't know if you've been struggling with money or not, but it looks like I've got the reverse tower, meaning you have done all your work. You crashed and then you built yourself up slowly, brick by brick. And now you still are in pain and have reservations, but they're not as, it's just a heartbreak. Three of Swords, just a bit of a heartbreak. Thank God. Money's coming in for you. Ace of Pentacles coming in. Let me see in what way. And love, Two of Cups. Now, Tiffany, and all those who want to read tarot, you get the Ace of Cups or the Two of Cups. It doesn't necessarily mean like if you're married, you're going to meet someone new and have do the wild thing, right? It doesn't mean that. If you're married, this means there's a closeness, a deepening of the relationship. This can also mean, because it is paired with the Ace of Pentacle, something you enjoy doing. So you would couple up with someone else, a girlfriend, or a guy friend that can serve. You guys can serve together with your business or with a project that you really love. So it looks really good. Bravo for doing all that work. It's tough. Tough.
Einstein card, E equals mc squared. Now, I'm going to tell you a story about Einstein that relates to what this card is talking about, because you're about to receive a message. You're about to receive a message. Now, here's what Einstein would do when he needed to receive a message, because he would get ideas about a theory. For example, the E equals mc squared, that he'd have the theory, but he wouldn't know how to prove it in the math. And he would get stuck in the math and he wouldn't know how to proceed. So when he would get stuck with a problem, he would pick up his violin and play the violin and not think about the problem, and just play the violin until the math popped into his head like a surprise vision of what the solution to the problem is. Well, you are about to receive a message, and you need to leave yourself open to receiving this message, because the message is going to come to you. It says this card is preparing you for an inspired message from an unknown source that may be surprise. It may be not be obvious. It may be delivered by a stranger, or could be written on a poster or appear in a dream. But you're going to have a light bulb moment of an idea of some out of nowhere. Do not rationalize this message away by applying reasoning. Just accept it and say thank you. Know that it is an intuitive download from a higher power that has your best interests at heart. Trust that it is direct communications from your guides. So, have the question in your mind, and then you need to free yourself from worry about the question, because they say, Einstein said, or maybe it was Tesla, that a problem cannot be solved from the same frequency in which it was created. That it would, you can't think about the problem and solve it. You have to think outside the problem to get the answer. So you have to leave worrying behind and look for the inspiration, and a message is going to come to you out of the blue. Boom, lightning.
I
You're going to
like
get
that.
it. Yeah.
I like that. So we've got Marby who gave me the soup. Oh, are you?
I did, when you were talking, I pulled a card for Marby. Can I
Oh,
can I
you
do the card?
did.
I did, and then I put that aside I put it aside when we went to the other one. So this was Marby's. If I could do it, I'd be happy, because then I have to get on my horse.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so thank you. So this is a beautiful one. Wow, I'm excited. This is one we have not seen. The Eye
Ooh,
of Horus. Look at that beautiful picture. The Eye of Horus. I love that. The Eye of Horus. This is so beautiful. Wow. So, clear vision and protection. This card is a reminder that you are protected by your guides, who have their eyes on you at all times to ensure that you are well looked after. So rest assured, they will be by your side, protecting you as you continue on your journey. They want you to know that you can call on them anytime you're in need of support or guidance. You only have to ask, and they will be there to give you what you need. So, Eye of Horus, I just love that. That is
yeah, I like it
awesome.
too.
I don't think I haven't pulled that card, and I'm going, whoa, I got chills.
Marby says,
Oh,
"Wow, yeah,
wow. Yeah, that is
that's great."
beautiful.
So
So
you
I'm
have to
going,
go.
yeah, I do. And I hope
Thank
that
you.
thank you, everyone. And I am so grateful to be here in all of your presence, because all of your light and all of your power is coming together in this giant ball of energy, and it makes me feel so much better. Every time we have a meeting like this, I feel so
Ah,
much better, and I hope you all do too. And we're all going to go in this direction this week.
exactly.
It's going to be a really interesting week. You'll tell us when we meet next time what happened to you all, because it's going to
Right.
be something big.
Good deal.
Big things happening this week. It's going to be big. Going to be
All
a very
right.
big show.
Tell me when you're ready, and I'll.
Okay, I'm going to have to go. Yeah. So bless you
Okay.
all.
Have a good time.
Thank you so
See ya.
much, and thank you for putting that on my channel.
Oh
Everybody,
yeah.
you need to have Sai Baba on your team. So go there, and you'll find out how to think about him and get him on your side. It really helps. Really
All
helps.
right. Thank you, Lalit.
Love you all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Now you're stuck with just me. How about that, Marby? My dear, I love your cards. Um, it's an interesting message. So she had the Eye of Horus, which is really awesome. And that's also the Eye of like trust. So the very first card out is the Chariot, meaning that some fast moving energy is coming. It's going to offer you fast moving information is coming. It's going to offer you new ideas with the Page of Swords. These are ideas that you haven't done before. So I feel that might be your new perspective on something. Um, don't think you can figure it out all the way. I have the moon, which means there's a lot of things about this venture or thing coming up that will not be revealed to you. It's not because life doesn't like you. It's just that that's the dynamic of the vibration that's there. Also, it shows the reverse three of cups. The Three of Cups upright means social activities, garden parties, and things like that, things with other people. It says, no, this new idea looks like it's coming from another source. Could be an individual, could be an epiphany, definitely. And then right after that, I have the Sun card. So I couldn't just stop with the Sun, even though it's always 5 cards. I had to pull a sixth, and look what you got. You got the Ace of Cups. I think at the turning point, you're turning a corner. Absolutely turning a corner. And I do hope you feel comforted by that. You've been through a lot. A lot of people have been through a lot. It's a new dynamic out there, a whole new world. And unfortunately, for us to change it, it needs to get this crazy, I guess. And who would think that we'd have to have the world fall apart this far for people to reimagine kindness and consideration for others? But slowly but surely, we're making the shift. There's always going to be people who don't have that, who will never recover from that kind of thinking, cruelty thinking. But for the most part, there's a lot of people finding out a lot about themselves. And so I know it's been a tough road for you, sweetheart. Tough road for everybody. Let me move and bless you and leave you with that. Oh, Marby. Wow, yes, I need that for this month to next year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think things are turning for you. I read for Tiffany. Maria, do I see someone coming in your life? And then how can I heal fully from Philip and my childhood trauma? There is a way. I know it for myself, but I can't help you through it, navigate through it. But this is what I know for sure. There are things that happen in our lives that when we have it in our memories, first tip of the tongue kind of thing, these traumas, if it's outside a little box, you want to create a box that is just closed, steel closed and locked. And you place all the trauma in there, one by one. The trauma goes in there. And sometimes we think, I can cope with this, what that person did to me. I can cope with that if I only understood it. And I'd like them to understand how much pain it brought to me. Though that dynamic a lot of times can't be resolved in the here and now. That little box goes with you into your history in heaven. And that's when you actually find out about it. So the best you can. That's how I try to do it. Sometimes they get out of the box and they come visit me. But that is how you do it. It's a long road. But if you don't deal with it, then your life doesn't seem to change. It seems to stay the same. So if for years and years your life this is for everyone, if for years your life is pretty much the same, then it could be some of those memories stopping you from brand new things. Let me find you again. Let me move over to this one, wondering when you'll see somebody. I'm going to put a time limit on that, and let's say this month, in the rest of this month. So your actions and ideas, perspective, and words block you from meeting someone new for the rest of this month. So that doesn't mean you're not going to meet someone. What it means is that you're not going to recognize someone as being healthy for you. You might pursue someone that isn't good for you, but you can change this into a yes, that you will meet someone if you reevaluate how you approach them. Or for instance, I coach people through dating all the time. And remember those vision boards we always had, where you write down exactly what you want this guy to be, blue eyes, 6 foot, all that stuff, put everybody in a box. Well, that doesn't work very much, does it? Because it will block everyone that's a good potential match, because you're only looking for one type of guy. So understand that you need to be open. There might be someone out there that might be a little too round or a little too short, or something that you get to have a new idea about. So it's your perspectives. It's I'm not saying lower your standards, of course, but be a little more accommodating to the guys that aren't really handsome. I'll just put it that way. Mainly because you get to practice dating someone that you're not fascinated by. That's a really good exercise when you're looking for someone. Go out with the guys that aren't on your vision board. Have a few laughs, and if you're not attracted to them, you're not bothered by that attachment mechanism, because people who get attached really fast just have a tough time doing things, making their life happier. You say, thank you, I'd be so thankful. Pull cards, you bet. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. What's this one? Someone who has, oh, I'm so glad I've helped you. You're very, very good. I really appreciate you, because I'm able to tell you this is how I am. I can tell you exactly how I feel, my opinions about things, what I will and won't read on. And you have not been offended to the point where you don't come back. And I really appreciate that. So she said, I doubt someone is going to reach for me this month. Well, it looks like you're right on that, but I got to tell you, there's something brewing. Let me grab another week here. There is always something brewing, and everything looks quite nice for the following week. I guess that's the first part of July. So keep it open, but understand that someone might ask you out. And just because the card said no doesn't mean you don't go out with them. What it means is you get to go out with a new person that isn't on your vision board, but just can give you a laugh and have a good conversation with. And you get to practice no. I want to see you again. I don't know if we're a match. I'm just sensing we're not a match. I really enjoyed this evening, and I wish you all the best. You can say it that way, or not say it that day of the date and go in, and when they ask you out again, just say, I'm happy to go out as friends, but I don't see us as a match for anything more. If you want to go out, buy me a lobster dinner. I'm dreaming that was on my vision board. Then yes, but be on the up and up, definitely. You said, I'm not a fan, because you're a good person, and my intentions are to serve. And I'll tell you, thank you, Maria. That is so important to me, because working on the hotlines, I just needed to stay inside my intuition and able to help people, because when you make the same mistakes over and over again, there's got to be a combination of words to have you understand a new idea, a new perspective, and just try something new. And it's scary and all of that stuff. Just try something new. But let me see here. I've got the one thing about you, Deborah, unlike the rest of all of YouTube, wow. Okay. You're kind and polite. Oh, God bless you. Thank you so much. Lots of readers can be cruel, you said? That's probably how, I'm sorry, and just block you. Oh my God, I didn't know that. They don't understand your fears and PTSD. Yeah, you have an obsessive compulsive element in your makeup. That is something you were born with, since it's been there for a long, long time, and you're dealing with it, and it doesn't seem to lift. You can kind of bet that this is one of the things you came into the world to learn to stop being obsessive and compulsive and things like that. That's a tough lesson because it spirals, it's emotional, right? And I do wish you all the best. I know that you struggle with it like so many others. That book I just wrote, Read Him Clearly, it's just such a short read. And if you're spiraling in a relationship, that's when you need to, like, straight to the heart, straight to the matter words, because that's what I did when I wrote it. It's just straight to the matter. It's a very short book, but if you're spiraling, it will help you out for sure. So your mom went to war. The fetus feels now the soul. You're saying that before you were born, your mother did and said things that kept you back. That you were born with. So I can see where you would feel that way, because your life is a little fractious. And sometimes it just helps, just like with me, doing dumb things on the computer that set me back days, even weeks. And I can say, and I get mad and disappointed in the whole wide world. But it helps saying, oh, it must be Mercury retrograde, right? Because I get to blame it. I get to take all that hardship and put it on the stars. Now, is that really true? I don't know, right? It's just something it's just something it helps me. If there's a good reason for something, then I can be patient. But the thing is that you're accusing Mama of doing things but that was her journey. And to understand that you were born with problems of your mother, that does happen, but it comes to fruition in puberty. See, and that's when things start cooking, as far as separating from the like. So for instance, your mother's body and you being the fetus, and the soul is not with the fetus all the time. You're in and out, in and out, in and out. But it has to be, you guys have to be aligned, people who've had kids, they have to be aligned for this soul to be born. And so a lot of them are born, and and everything is pretty good until puberty. So 11, 12, 13, things like that, where Mama's karmic problems start manifesting in the child's behavior. So that's when all the conflicts. So basically, Mom looks at this 12-year-old, sees herself and all making the same mistakes years ago, and sometimes it's hard to negotiate. But be careful about. You have quite a story. It's important to be careful about the stories, Maria. When you get into a story, we say things to match the pain we're feeling. Whether it's true or not is up for debate. But I'm sure that you've had a really tough time. But if you don't move that into a safe place, and you meet someone new, this story about childhood PTSD is going to come out in the first or second date, because you're looking for someone to care for you in that trauma. So I know you say, I know I need to move on. Really think about working with a psychologist. They have some good ideas, because you're able to take your behavior that you're struggling with and put it in that box. I don't know how to get people to do that, but that's the only way I know how to do that. And if I have trouble with something that keeps coming back all the time, and I can't fit it in a box, I go to a therapist. Because if I have all my boxes open, that's the end of me. All the guilt, the remorse, the anger, all of that goes into that box. So, no, you find it hard to find a psychologist? Of course. No, of course. Just keep going. Just keep looking, sweetheart. God bless you. Thank you so much. I've really enjoyed today. It's 20 minutes after, where I'm on every Thursday with Lalit. And once I get this Mercury retrograde problem resolved, I'll be back on. So I'll do some readings and talk with you about other things. In the meantime, would you mind commenting on this video? I know I'm supposed to say like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys subscribing. But would you comment on what you would like to see from me? I know a lot of different avenues on the psychic world, the metaphysical world. I know several things I can share with you. And so if there's something that you would like to know, I would love to do a show on it. So peace be with you. I love you all. You're all wonderful to me. And I will see you at least Thursday for sure. But do comment on this. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate all of you. You have